So we're here with Tom from Midland Band. I've seen you biking around, man. How's this Power and Progress going so far?
It's going well. Yeah, this is the 11th year we've done this.
Yeah. So it's been a long time.
Sure.
And it seems like, I guess personally, Thursday seemed like it was a pretty good turnout compared to other years.
It was the biggest Thursday we've had ever, so we had more bands. Yeah.
Is it all
weekends? Yeah, people keep coming out. So it's good to see.
So how did this all begin? What's the origin of Power and Progress?
Right. So Power and Progress Festival started in 2012 with members of the Midland Band and Craig Mustard. We are all from the town of Columbus, which the festival grounds are right outside of.
Yeah.
And we had played several local festivals in those couple of years, 2009 to 2012, and realized there was nothing like that here. It was initially Craig's idea, and we were roommates at the time, and we kind of kept talking about, we had a few gigs out here, like a wedding and a friend's birthday. We played out at this campground, and it was amazing, and we were like, why don't we just throw our own thing? We have a PA system, Craig had lights. We had lights and sound, and there's a stage out here, so we did like one day, like 5 or 6 bands and a couple of DJs, one stage, and then, the second or third year we added a stage, and then we added a day a couple years later, so it was 2 days and 2 stages, and then, just keeps progressing. Now we have 3 days, 3 stages, about 71 artists in total playing this year. Yeah, and then we had, on the other side of that, Brad Zivietz, who is the vending coordinator. He did 9 of our posters, and then now he delegates that. He picks an artist every year to do the design.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a new development. Actually, this year is the first year he did not do that. And so it's just been an incredible evolution, and it's grown into something that's bigger than just its parts, and a lot of people come together. A lot of people have just found their place and really contribute to an event that they all care about, and they all have like a part of them in it. Yeah. So it's really amazing in that way.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a community contribution, it seems like.
It really is.
Yeah, and with speaking about like Brad and the posters and stuff, it seems like over the years, as it's evolved, it's not just been about the music all the time. It's like there's art, there's the vendors. You guys have really been expanding that as well over the years too.
Oh yeah, and a lot of that is Brad as well.
Yeah.
He finds vendors, and then people have just heard about it over the years and submitted to be vendors, and they're just, I don't know, everyone just keeps wanting to include, be more included in it and everything like that. So it's really grown, and all these organizers have found their place, and then people find them, and like I just had a lady talk to me last night that she wants to help with some activities for families and kids next year, and like at a certain camping area for them, and she's like, I'll do it. So like I'm going to talk to her next year, and
awesome.
You just get a little more organized and everything like that.
So it's just been hitting all the bases.
Well, if someone sees something and they think they could include it and they want to be a part of it, if they're well thought out and they care, then we want them to work with us.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's the relationship with this festival and the city of Columbus? Has that been pretty good?
Yeah, well, the first few years, the city didn't really know about the festival because it was so small. It was like 100 people, maybe 200 after a couple of years, and it slowly grew. We started to incorporate some local sponsorship. We're working with the Visitors Bureau. We've got a hotel sponsor in town. We've talked to local radio stations, and the community has definitely shown more and more support over the years.
Yeah, it seems like. Yeah. And on the promotion side, I can tell that you guys have really put a lot of work this year, especially on that side.
We certainly have.
Yeah.
and that's just something that evolves year after year, and you know, people fill in and have ideas, and we allow them to work and grow with us, and that seems to be the best way to do it. You know, no one is telling everyone what to do. It's more like, hey, do you have any ideas? How can we do this better? How can we grow and be more inclusive? Yeah.
So on that side, you've had a lot of local bands, you know, that's a local festival, but
yeah, that's what it has.
This year, you know, it's like the headliner talk is, you know, it's the caliber has seemed to made a big shift.
Yeah.
How do you still make time to like include the local people and then still
sure.
try to provide, you know, that extra layer of
Right. Well, it still revolves around that because that's how it grew. That's its like nucleus, and it, you know, just it continues to expand. And as you know, like the Midland Band, we like opened for the band Talk back in October, and then, you know, that kind of helped, you know, establish a connection. And we're like, hey, we throw this festival, is it possible to, you know, and that ended up working out. And like Craig works with a bunch of different producers and stuff, and he was able to, you know, have a contact with Mr. Bill, who's an Australian producer and educator, and he's just an amazing, you know, music maker and teacher. And so, you know, he's our first international artist too, and it's incredible to include all that. But also, we just, you know, we add another stage, we add more time slots, we add another day, we start music earlier every day, so everyone that wants to play still can. We did also a submission form, so like bands that have never played that we don't know about can let us know, we can check them out. We had, I think, just a few off that submission form. We had a lot submit, but we got to pick some of those, and they're like up-and-coming bands that have never really played a festival before, and it's great to include them. And they learn from us, and we learn from them because they're younger, you know. So it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're kind of just giving back a little bit, you know, kind of leading the charge.
That's how we started.
Yeah. You gotta give it back.
We were like, you know, seeing these little festivals pop up, like, hey, can we play? No, and then we start one, and then it just grows and grows. And, you know, there's nothing stopping, you know, anyone from just, you know, you gotta ask, you gotta be inclusive, and just, that's it.
So, what are your favorite parts of not only just running a festival, but also performing, and specifically about Power Progress?
Right. Well, you know, music is just, I don't know if I'd call it maybe more than a passion. It's just like a part of, I just feel it as a part of my being. I think the other guys in the band feel the same way. And my favorite part about running the festival, though, is like, it's amazing how many people are so just, they just look forward to this every year. I hear it every year, and more, you know, I walk by, you know, the vendor row, and everyone knows everyone, and like, hey, what's up, man? And I ride my bike by, and I wave at everyone that I know, and high five, and it's like a little reunion, and it gets a little bigger every year, and new friendships are formed every year. Yeah, so that's like really the best part. It's like, wow. Like I know people that have met out here and like gotten married, you know, later and stuff. You know, that kind of thing just happens. So that's cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think that all just, you know, comes to show like you guys have really built a very strong foundation and sense of community with this festival, and I think that's also what contributes to making it better and better every year.
Yes, I think that is what it is.
Yeah.
And so that's why it gets better. Yeah. You know, same thing, different ways here. So
what's it look like for the future? You guys got anything?
You know, I mean, I don't want to speculate on things that might not happen, but we definitely plan every year. I've made more detailed notes every year about what I think we should do next year, as well as all the other organizers are doing the same thing. And we definitely have ideas for growth and ideas for improvement and inclusivity. Is that a word? I don't know. Cool. Yeah, so that's all I can say is there are ideas, but I don't want to elaborate on specifics of that right now.
Don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you guys are playing tonight, right?
We are, yeah. We're on at 9, so I'm excited. There's our drummer, man. He's back there pumping his fist.
Yep, well, I guess probably pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I got some things to do.
Awesome. Well, let's get to it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for having us, Cody.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.